In the previous lecture, we created two layouts for our navigation drawer, and we named the first navigation drawer and the second navigation header. And as you know, in the navigation header layout, we completed our navigation drawer's header. Now we want to add a menu to our navigation drawer with a couple of items. To do this, we must create a new layout where we'll define our navigation drawer items. Now I right-click on the resource folder and then select New Android Resource File. In the file name section, I select a name for my layout, for example, navigation_menu. In the resource type section, I select menu to be my layout type, and I click on OK. Alright, my menu layout was created. Now I go to the text section. Now inside my layout, I start to define my items. I start a group tag, so I type group, a space, and from the list that appears, I choose Android checkable behavior. And I set its value to single. Then I close the group tag completely. I start to define my items inside the group. I open the first item tag and I give it a title. For example, I type inbox. Then I hit Alt and return, extract string resource, and OK. After the title, I'm going to define an ID for my item. @+ID/ for example, I set its ID to inbox_ID. After the ID, I'm going to define an icon for my item as well. So I head over to materialdesignicons.com. From this website, I'm going to download my desired icon. So I go to the search section and type inbox. Now from these three icons, I select this one. I select Advanced Export and I set my icon size to 48 and its foreground to dark. I click on the icon button to start downloading it. Okay, my icon was downloaded. I go to the download section and copy the icon. I return to Android Studio and paste my icon inside the drawable folder. And I rename it to inbox. And OK. And here I see the icon. Now I type Android:icon equals @drawable/inbox. That's it for my items icon. Now I close the item with a slash. In a similar way, I'm going to define my other items as well. My second item, I set its title to starred. I set its ID to @ID / starred _ ID. Now I define its icon. I go to materialdesignicons.com and download an icon for this item as well. I search for star and select this icon. Advanced export, and I set its size to 48 and its foreground color to black, and download. I copy my icon from the downloads folder and I return to Android Studio and paste it inside the drawable folder. I also rename it to starred and OK. Now I select the icon @drawable / starred and I close my second item with slash. My third item, I set its title to sent mail. Alt and return, extract string resource, and OK. I set its ID to sent_ID. For its icon, again I go to materialdesignicons.com. In this website, I search for example, send. I click this icon, advanced export, and I set its size to 48 and its foreground color to black and download it. Okay, my icon was downloaded. Now I go to downloads and copy the icon. Then I return to Android Studio and paste it inside the drawable folder. I also rename it to sent. Now I'm going to add the new icon to my item. @drawable / sent. And I close my item with slash. I define my next item and I set its title to drafts. Alt and return, extract string resource, and OK. I set its ID to @ID / drafts_ID. I also need an icon for this item. I search for mail on materialdesignicons.com. I select this icon, advanced export. I set its size to 48 and its foreground color to black and download it. I copy my icon from the downloads folder and I return to Android Studio, and then I paste it inside the drawable folder. I also rename it to drafts. And OK. Android:icon @drawable/drafts. And I close my fourth item with slash. So far, we defined 4 items inside our group. Now outside the group, I'm going to define another item. I set the title of my item to, for example, subheader. I hit Alt and return, extract string resource, and OK. And I close my item tag completely. Inside the item tag, I open and close a menu tag. And inside the menu tag, again, I define a couple of other items. My first item, and I set its title to all mail. Alt and return, extract string resource, and OK. I set its ID to @ID/allmail_ID. I must select an icon for this item too. For example, I select the email icon, size 48, foreground color black, and I download it. I go to Downloads, copy my icon, then return to Android Studio and paste it inside the drawable folder. I also rename it to All Mail. And OK. I type Android:icon @drawable/allmail. And I close my item with a slash. The next item, I define a title for it. For example, trash. I press Alt and return, extract string resource, and OK. I define an ID for it, for example, @ID/trash_ID. Once again, for this item's icon, I go to materialdesignicons.com. I search for delete. And I click on this delete icon. Advanced export, size 48, foreground color black, and download. I go to downloads, copy my icon, return to Android Studio, and paste it inside the drawable folder. I also rename it to trash. And I click on OK. I add my icon to the item using the Android icon attribute. And for its value, I type @drawable/trash. I close my item tag. Finally, I define my last item. I set its title to spam, alt and return, extract string resource, and OK. For its ID, I type @ID/spam_ID. After ID, I'm going to select an icon for this item as well. In the search box, I enter, for example, alert. And I click on this icon. Advanced export, size 48, foreground color black, and download. I go to the downloads folder, copy the icon, then I go back to Android Studio and paste it inside the drawable folder. I also rename it to spam. And I click OK. After ID, I add the icon attribute, and for its value, I type @drawable/spam. And now I close my item. Okay, our work with the navigation menu is finished. So we created a group with 4 items and also a subheader, and inside the subheader we created a menu containing 3 separate items. Okay, now I close the navigation menu layout and I open the navigation drawer layout. Inside navigation view and after the fit system windows attribute, I type app:. I import app to my layout using alt and return. I type header layout equals. Now I reference my header layout in the navigation view. I type @layout/navigation_header. I also type app::menu equals @menu/navigation_menu. So, using the header layout and menu attributes, we added the header and menu layouts to our navigation view. Now inside drawer layout, after the Fit System Windows attribute, I type tools : and I import tools to my layout using Alt and Return. I type open drawer equals, for its value I select start from the list that appears. This means that by default our navigation drawer will be opened on the left side of the screen. Okay, this is what we have of our navigation drawer as we designed it so far. And that's it for this lecture. So see you in the next session.